All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Pile on in. Sound off in the chat. Smash the like button. Appreciate you guys for being here. I am currently stuffing my face with a Swiss cake roll because I've put on, I think, 30 pounds in like the past 6 months. So I've now fully adopted the lifestyle. How you guys doing? Bitcoin chilling, 115, 344 and 85 cents. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? I think I'm good. $234 million hack. Wazzer X gets court approval for major rebuild. Oh, okay. We're getting a current red candle on the Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Everything looks good. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Tom Selleck Scout said, getting your winter coat ready. Right. I guess so. I gained weight during winter normally, but never before. I've never prepared for winter. 116, 279. Dixie said, here to smash the like. Sorry, work calls. Suddenly Dixie has a job. I'm just kidding. I love you, Dixie. 116, 877. The donkey story like lives rent free in my head. That cracks me up, dude. That's a good one for sure. 114, 571. Liquidity looks kind of funny today. I'm gonna do a couple more of these. We got 114, 229. Because it's interesting to me how thin each little chunk is, but they're quite large chunks. Dollar amount, I mean. 113, 461. And then that goes all the way down to 112, 863. So the lower I'm going to leave, the upper I'm also going to leave. I'm happy with this chunk and then these two chunks. It's just kind of funny looking, isn't it? I suppose they did match and the top got liquidated. I'm curious as to when they're going to bring it down, though. Dixie said, what's this about trader putting in another massive short? 150 million or something to short Bitcoin again? Is it the same guy? That wouldn't surprise me. I am fully expecting us to go down again. Is it the same guy? Let me actually look. Trader Bitcoin shorts. Top results. We got. Oh. I'm not seeing anything right out the gate. We had that happen, obviously, 30 minutes before the tariff announcement and the big crash. October 9th. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new, but this search could also just be a crappy search. Oh, yes, 15 hours ago. Winner trader back with a short. The mystery trader who made 129 million shorting crypto amid massive crash is back. He's now shorted 163 million in Bitcoin with 10x leverage, already more than 2.8 million in profit. See, they can flip that so quick though. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. All right, let's see. Let's continue our chart situation. Bitcoin 115, 390 and 91 cents. We are struggling to get above 50 on the RSI. And your momentum wave did just cross bullish. Jay Shear said when, JJ? What do you mean? Is my webcam on? Better be. When, JJ? I mean, I'm still, obviously I'm not holding my breath, but I'm still kind of the belief that we could maybe not fill, for Bitcoin, I feel like we could definitely fill the wick. Do one of these, fill the wick, and then continue up. You know what I mean? That would be the easiest way to shake out the most people, is to just slowly trade down here. Everyone opens up a short. They're like, it's over. Bitcoin's going to lose 100K. It's over. And then bam, straight up from there. That would not surprise me. But obviously we'll see what happens. 115, 428. We are still lingering at 115. Is this guy just shorting a small candle? Like, is it? There's too many psychological games at play at this point if we start considering everyone else's positions. Bitcoin dominance 59.01 and falling. If we lose 59, it could get pretty exciting here for altcoins. Altcoins are already waking up a little bit more. Most of them, maybe not most of them, a lot of them have fully recovered. The dump, ETH, one of those. It is up 2.42% on the day, currently trading at 42.52. If we close above 42.50, 42.40, then 48.68 could be in play. I would love to see us get above this 45 level right here, and then eventually this 47.50 level. But we'll see what happens. RSI, momentum wave, everything still has plenty of room to go to the upside. Shill 2.0 said same. I don't know why. This is my third cycle. I feel like I've been here before, LOL. It definitely, this is my second cycle. And it just is different. It does feel a little more comfortable, a little more familiar having had that gigantic liquidation yesterday. Because that's what I remember. I remember that happening so many times last bull market. This is the first one that we've had as far as I'm concerned. Like, we've had little downturns where everyone's like, oh my gosh, sell everything. Because alts went down like 5% that day. They're like, it's over. There's not going to be an alt season. And then we get a 50% pullback on alts because Bitcoin went down 15. When we've been talking about Bitcoin 20% pullbacks being a norm, which apparently was 30% last bull market if you actually measure them. We get a 15% pullback. Everyone loses their minds because everyone's over leveraged. And then they're like, conspiracy, which there are arguments to be made about a depegging of a stablecoin on Binance. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Probably nothing. Americans, I don't think, are even allowed to have Binance accounts anyway, so what does that matter to us? Shill 2.0 said the fat drop before the fat pump. Exactly. And, you know, we've also been asking, like, can we just, like, dump and rip the Band-Aid off, get it over with? We just did that. And it looks like people are responding positively. They're buying up the things that matter most to them instead of these crappy flavor of the week coins, unfortunately. And which will, I'm sure, make a comeback later on in the bull market, the actual, like, proper alt season. Sol is up 6.03% on the day. RSI and momentum wave both look good. More room to the upside. It is kind of lingering in the middle here. We got back above 200, which is awesome. Can we get above 215 and then eventually 225? I guess it would be like 212. Yeah, it would be like 212. Get above 212, which is our midpoint, and then 225. Right here, we got this blue-ish, yeah, upper trend line turned lower trend line of this triangle situation right here. We get above that as well. We got to get above 212 and then 216, it looks like. Tom Silkscoat said tons of people using Binance with a VPN. Exactly, and that's illegal. So if Binance was just like, yoink, give me your money, bye-bye. What are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? If I'm sneaking money into, like, Mexico to buy drugs and someone jumps me and takes my money, like a lot of money, I can't call the police. I'm not going to contact the United States government and be like, I was here to buy a bunch of illegal substances in Mexico and they took my money. Sir, what do you want us to do about it? I recommend you don't call us because we're going to put you in prison. Shout out to VPNs. Shout out to decentralized exchanges. People were able to open and close trades all day long on most of these decentralized exchanges during the carnage, which made them a ridiculous amount of money. So, lessons are being learned for sure. Let's see Solana continue to push up, hopefully. We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest. Make sure you guys stick around for that. Chance for you to win up to $300. What the hell is that? My phone just starts playing some random video on Twitter. Never had that happen before just because I shut my alarm off. Calm down, bro. Okay. Total 3, up 2.36%. We are back above 1.07 trillion, which is awesome. We held 1 trillion beautifully. We wicked. The wick was not that bad. I mean, it was pretty bad. We went down to like 800, but we wicked like 25-30%, which is insane for total 3. Maybe even further. Let's see. Let me do some measurements. It might have been, yeah, 25-30%, which, you know, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. Police outside Judge's place. No, the siren was going off, too. Did you hear the creepy, like, World War II freaking nuke siren. We used to have a regular tornado siren. I don't know what happened to it. They swapped it out for this creepy Silent Hill siren. And it randomly, like, they're supposed to test it every Saturday. It goes off on a Monday or like a Tuesday, whatever, just randomly, willy-nilly. I don't know if it's for a fire. I don't know what it's for. But it creeps me out every time because it's always nighttime. It never goes off during the day. If it went off during the day, I'd probably be even more alarmed because it doesn't go off during the day. Total 3. We're above 1.07. I couldn't be happier, honestly. As soon as this thing breaks above 1.0 or 1.13, I think it's ready to go, man. I think it is ready to go. Obviously, the fractal was wrong. Could that be it? That would be kind of cool. I mean, the linger until the end of October would kind of suck, but maybe that's it. I'm going to leave it there. ADA is up 4.61% on the day, currently trading at 73.24. Looking good. Zoom back in here. We got above our 72.92 resistance. As soon as we broke into 70, it was good to go. Got a little indecisive red candle there. A lot of green on the 4 hour. A lot of green, which is interesting. RSI and momentum wave both look great. Can we get above 75 is the next question. Above 75 and then eventually 80 to be fully recovered. ADA is about 50%, maybe 60% recovered from this red. So the more we go down the list, the less recovered things are probably going to be, unless they're really, really strong. Giovanni said, still looking for that solid 2x in my portfolio that I'm taking 80%. Honestly, if you would have sold the Pico top just before the dump and then bought the Pico bottom just before the recovery, you'd probably be up like 200%. SNEK is up 3.26% on a day. SNEK honestly hardly had any trouble. Like, I guess it's it was a 25% drop, so it just doesn't look that bad on the chart for some reason. But it went down to 30. It's currently sitting at 35.5. It's having no trouble recovering. I'm actually very, very happy with SNEK. Oh, it was at 50% if you count the wick. Whew. Jeez. How long is it going to take to get back above 40? I guess that depends on the cooperation of the rest of the market. I would love to see it above 40 before the weekend, but we'll see. Momentum wave, RSI both look great, continuing to the upside. XRP is up 3.26% on the day, currently trading at 261.07. We got a little W going on here. And I guess our break-even level would be 280, so it's XRP actually recovered quite nicely as well, which makes sense. It's higher up on the watch list. It's up 10-11%. It dropped 16, and then 11% recovery. You're still down about 7-8%. Tom Selexcode said, yeah, and if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike. What? What did I miss? Tom Selexcode said, LOL, you can't just move the fractal to the end. That's no correlation to any previous events if you do that. Fractal fraud? Hey man, I'm not Fractal Farquaad. I can do whatever the hell I want. The correlation is in these two, what is this, probably a weekly, daily or weekly fractal? It's in these two daily candles right there that correlate. Is it daily? Yeah, that's a daily fractal. Look at that. That's beautiful. So much correlation. Percentage-wise, quite possibly like 3 to 5% correlation. All right. We talked about XRP. XRP got above 257, which apparently at some point I deemed a prominent level for some reason. Can it get above 275 next? RSI and momentum wave look good. I don't know. We went from small gaps to big gaps. This is what we looked at for SWE a million times too. Once SWE gets down to these areas, it usually bounces pretty hard. And then you have trouble, or maybe not trouble. Trouble's probably not the right word. It takes a little more time to break these levels because they're bigger levels. SWE has a similar setup. HBAR is up 5.32% on the day, currently trading at 19,509. Can we get above 20? It looks really good, actually. We broke 18.5 and have continued up since. RSI and momentum wave both look great. 20 should be in play. Volume looks good. Volume looks really good compared to before all of this happened. Volume looks great. Probably about 60% recovered. SWE is up 6.57% on the day. This is what I was talking about for SWE, the really close points of correlation, points of confluence, whatever, and then the far away ones. the close ones, you know, you break through, whatever, and it usually acts as pretty strong support because that scaffolding, the structuring, imagine it as like a beaver dam versus like a pile of sticks. This is a pile of sticks. This is a beaver dam. This, you're going to have a lot less strength if you fall on top of this. This is probably going to hold you pretty strong. Metaphor. But SWE sitting right below $3. A close above $3 would be awesome here. We broke above 275, retested and held, and have continued working our way up the ladder. Working our way through this pile of sticks. Ondo's up 2.47% on the day. Ondo actually almost fully recovered. Very close. Ondo recovered better than most, seems. Flexa said Tau kept going. Yay, evening. What's going on, Flexa? I believe Tau's structure is very, very strong. It broke above a like falling wedge-esque resistance line, or at least a falling resistance line. I don't know if it's retesting it or if it's just continued to go. Pile of sticks, careful. Yeah, you could fall right through them. That's the kind of TA that you can expect when you come to JJ's Crypto Corner. Pile of sticks TA. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, no matter what way you measure that, that is a solid break. You can measure it that way. You can measure it this way. Like, it broke. It broke through whatever that resistance line was. We were looking at 413, smashed straight through that and continued to the upside. Why is Tau looking so good? Good question. That is a good question. Giovanni said, hell no, I'm still mad at Ondo. I feel like Ondo looks good. It's only down 5-6% from where the dump had begun. It did go down pretty far, but it recovered very nicely. A lot of structure here. 673, broke above, a little resistance at the blue trend line, held 72.72, broke above the blue trend line, broke above 80, and retested it as support. You got midpoint resistance, retest, broke that midpoint resistance, going for 84.84 next. Obviously, 95.35 is our big point. 84.84, get above that and head towards 90, and we'll be sitting pretty after that. We do have this midpoint, though, to look at. Aerodrome up 3.25% on the day. Also looking good on recovery. 96.24 is our next area of resistance. Let's see. We broke below resistance, support, break, resistance, midpoint support. Hopefully break. If we break above 96.24, the next stop is going to be our purple trend line or $1. $1 is going to be a psychological level, so that is going to be relevant. Everything else looks good. Pinlink up 16.93 cents. It is perhaps recoupling to our dirty fractal. A lot of volume here. Looks really good. Our RSI broke above the moving average, retested and confirmed it as support, and has bounced off pretty hard. This current candle alone is up 17.72 cents. I believe Pinlink has fully recovered the dump. The dump began here, and that's exactly where the price of Pinlink is right now. So, hooray, Pinlink has recovered. We got a nice little W going on. Who is messaging me on Discord? Oh. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Pinlink looks good. Hopefully it continues. Let's see a recoupling. Render's up 11.57% on the day. Did Render fully recover? Render's pretty dang close, actually. I was not expecting that. It was doing pretty bad. Oh, 8%. I mean, 8% is still pretty, pretty hefty. Maybe it just dropped a lot more than everything else. It's above $3, which is good. Can we get above $3.15 next? We need $3 to hold if we do get a retest of that. It's going to be important. Flexa said, Joe, did you buy the dip? Did you buy dip? I made 7-layer, my fiance made 7-layer dip, but I ate it, actually. JShear 2.0 said, Ondo will not fail, trust. Flexa said, pin the stink. She might like it. What was that one that everyone used to hype last year? GPU. GPU is one of them. Isn't that Render? Is Render GPU? Or are those two different things? That's the ticker? Oh, I have no idea then. Really? Oh, yes. Node AI. That's right. They had partnered with AMD or some There was some BS like paper thin partnership or something. Look at how they've changed the world. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the epitome of flavor of the week coins. This is one of Franco's pivot coins. Should we do an update on the Franco pivot? It's pretty good. I'm pretty sure ADA is back at the price that I originally told him to sell it at. Dude, we should do an update on the Franco pivot. It's been a minute. That's such a good one. That sucks though. I mean, it sucks that they trick people into that like junk, the flavor of the week stuff, and then they extract maximum liquidity. Everybody forgets about it. It's messed up, dude. It's messed up. Stellar is up 2.99% on the day, currently trading at 35.15. Looking good. We got our little double bottom W situation at 32.13. Next stop, 36.51. We got above our midpoint after we're lingering for a minute, right around 34.35. And continuing to the upside. RSI looks great. We do have a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher. And a green dot on the momentum wave still in play. Polkadot up 4.04% on the day. Got above 333. Next stop, for some reason. Why is this here? What is that? 350? Yeah, 350. I guess psychological, I suppose. Giovanni said I tried to get some lower, but you know how hard it was. That's been pretty funky. Are we opening a short with this stupid, this crazy Bitcoin short guy? I'm gonna do it. Why not? I got nothing to lose. It's my hedge. So yeah, let's see if Polkadot stays above 333, and if it can get above 350 psychological, and then 378 should be in play. Altcoin is up 2.74% on the day. Perhaps a little double top situation at 466 for some reason. Having trouble getting above. We do have very nice volume here, though. When the volume matches this monstrous candle, that's quite impressive. It's pretty dang close. So the relevant volume returning to the market, I don't know if it's institutions or what have you, but it feels good. It feels nice looking at the volume and not feeling like it's paper thin. We are good on our RSI, continuing above the moving average, and green dot on your momentum wave still in play. CAS is up 4.9% on the day, currently trading at 64.59. What's going on with CAS? I don't know. CAS is such a struggle bus, man. This thing, I need to see it get above 75, and then I'll start to care about it again. Right now, it looks like crap. And again, that is the point where you're supposed to buy them. So don't let that deter. Don't let my emotionality determine your buy or not buy of this asset. If you want to buy this and you have faith in it and you know about it, buy it. I don't know anything about what they're doing. All I know is that the prices continue to fall and just does not give a crap about any kind of structure. Hopefully you get a bounce here based on what you've done back here. Get another one of those. Continue to the upside. I feel like CAS and the holders need it. Look at the volume, dude. Look at this. Great volume. Okay volume. Still the same. And then just trash. Complete trash. So hopefully it can recover. I feel bad for all the holders. That's really all I have to say. Avalanche is up 5.86% on the day. We got above 2360. Oh, we got above 2361. We are currently trading at 2383. Can we get above 25 next? It looks like everything is struggling right around 50 on the RSI, which is interesting. Flexa said, yeah, someone hit the ultimate washout button at Binance. Haha. It has to be done before we go on a rampage upwards, though. There's something every cycle. Some scandal. You know what, Flexa? I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that that Athena depegging, their stablecoin depegged, and apparently went down to 65 cents, which caused a lot of problems. I don't know if it was Binance specific or if it even was Athena stablecoin. There was some stablecoin that depegged down to 65 cents for like, I don't know, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But that depeg caused a lot of carnage, which is allegedly what Binance paid $230-some million for. But what is $230-some million versus $19.8 billion? I'm just saying. Avalanche, let's get above 25 on Avalanche. RSI looks good. Momentum wave looks good. Chainlink up 4.79%. Struggling to get above 20. We're at 1992. Every day it looks closer and closer to the stupid stinky fractal. The wick, though, the wick might have been this dump right here. But that also means that we're probably going to chop sideways for the remainder of the month, and then November we start trending up with Chainlink specifically. I don't know if other ones are going to do something different. Like I said, I don't understand because they have a trade both ways. Yeah, I don't know either. John 316 said, JJ, we bullish. It definitely, there's too many questions, you know, and no one's ever going to get the answer. We don't know the intricacies of how these exchanges work. Just like they have to hire like whole forensic analysis for blockchain stuff. John, I would say I'm bullish. I'm always bullish. I was even bullish when the alts were down 50%. I stuffed my bags. Very nice. I like it. Flexa said, you're right. Found it? Really? That's crazy. All right. Yeah, Chainlink. Weirdly following the fractal. Let's see if we get above 20. It looks like it's failing right now. We do have a green dot on Market Cipher, which is a big deal. Odd, bro. Probably targeted. That's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying the oracles were targeted. The DPEG, or maybe because the move happened so fast that caused the DPEG, which caused the cascading liquidations. Allegedly, that's what happens. Like if I have my stablecoin, if I have like $500 worth of stablecoin, and that's suddenly worth $250, suddenly my trade is down 50%, and the asset that I'm trading against didn't actually drop. Does that make sense? Despite the DPEG, Athena Labs stated the protocol remains secure and over collaterals. Yes, correct. Yeah, all of that is correct. It definitely seems like a targeted thing. Doge is up 3.12% on the day, currently trading at 21.36. Are we going to get above 22, or are we going to reject and head back down towards 17.9? If we do, we could look for support around 20. It's a nice psychological level and a midpoint in between 17 and 22. Like I said, who panic sells stablecoins? Was it even a panic selling of a stablecoin? People are also suspecting, I don't know if there's anything behind this, that these oracles are to blame. That the oracles like what is it called? Misreference the price or something of the US dollar or the asset, and that like effed everything up. And now everyone's like, I told you the oracles were the single worst point of failure. Like they knew something. Doge also has a green dot, confirmed green dot on Market Cipher, which is interesting. NIR is up 6.47% on the day, still very far from fully recovered. It looks like maybe it's at about 40%. We are rejecting 269. Can we get above it is the next question. We're going to come back down for a retest at 251. RSI and Momentum Wave look good. Pengu up 2.6%. We got above 2573. We're at 2635 right now. Are we going to get above 28 and eventually 29.9 is the next question. RSI and Momentum Wave look good. We'll see if we continue the grind upwards. Silver still continuing to break records. 52.50. Crazy climb on silver. It's only getting more crazy as the day goes by. Look at the parabola. DXY chilling. Nobody cares. MicroStrategy up 3.5%. A little bounce, a little recovery. Looking good. NASDAQ, little bounce. Big bounce actually on the NASDAQ. Looking good. S&P, big bounce as well. Bitcoin dominance 59.02. Ladies and gentlemen, we got less than 60 seconds remaining until the daily close contest begins, so make sure you get your guesses ready. Bitcoin currently trading at 115.052 and 75 cents. Transition to our game page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Lexa said, Tom Socks Goat said DPEG D's nuts. Flexa said still wearing 13A 12B. OMG, this T key, man. Why can't I see chat on my phone? Anyone know? Why can you or can't you? Like it doesn't exist? Oh, YouTube app to use chat? Probably. I've used the YouTube app and then I close chat and I have to actually exit the stream and come back in order to get chat to pop back up. I don't know where the option is to like reopen chat. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Bitcoin currently trading at 115, 116, and 16 cents. Tyler said I can't either. What? That'd be kind of funny if nobody could see chat. As soon as I say daily close contest, YouTube is like, nope. Man, could you imagine the outrage if that actually happened? Alexa said, oh, here we go. It works in the app, but not Brave mobile browser. Okay. All right, you guys got 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. If you guys have not, I recommend you go check out the Deep Sleep trilogy. I just finished the original trilogy, and the fourth game I have begun playing. It's a ton of fun. Crazy, crazy fourth game. Giovanni said there's ads on live. Yes, there are. I get about $2 a year for my ads for my live. $2 a year. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick stuff. 4 ramen bricks, which I gotta make last 365 days. All right, we got Flexa. Oh, actually, John Tujo coming in with 115.222 and 45 cents, and then we got Flexa coming in with 115.212 and 20 cents, and then J Shear 2.0 coming in with 115.200 even. Tom Selleck's Goat coming in with 115.080. Flexa said $2 a year. LMFAO. That is like legit. I'm pretty sure that's all I've made from ads. Giovanni coming in. Giovanni Fontes. I do have to specify. Coming in with 115, 123, and 45 cents. Justin coming in with 114, 505, and 69 cents. Flexa said probably going to flatline through the close. Meh. We are currently trading at 115, 125, and 4 cents. You guys got 1 minute 47 seconds to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Yesterday, everyone was just too bullish and 0 people won, which is kind of crazy. It's been a long time since we've had that. I think that was the first time that's happened in the last month at least. I don't know. I got nothing left to say. I will say my neutering trees series and my YouTube shorts, if anyone's watched any of them, they're like weirdly popular. I think I get like 1,500 views minimum from each upload. I am running out of trees to neuter with fall coming up, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the fall to neuter trees. Maybe I guess I don't know. Does fall time nothing drops anything? Even pine trees don't even drop pine cones in the fall or in the winter. I have to do something else. Maybe I'll have to actually start chopping down trees. I'll just become a menace to the environment. It's supposed to be a joke. You guys got 40 seconds remaining. Flexa said, gold is scaring me. It's making me think big disaster is coming. Gold has been going insane. I think it's a war. I do. I think it's a currency war. This is a new way war is fought. Silver's not scaring you guys? Silver's tripping me out. Silver's never been this high. Ever. Ever. This is the highest silver has ever been. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's going to be really funny is when this giant asteroid shows up and it's just made entirely of gold. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tyler snuck in at the very last second. I got you, Tyler. But you do got to be a little more active in chat. 115, 301 penny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get these bad boys up on the board. Giovanni said gold all-time high, real estate all-time high, Bitcoin all-time high, S&P all-time high. Like, what the hell? Justin said the chatter today was that gold and silver look like the beginning of a fiat collapse. Yes, they do. 115 change? What? What? I'm cooking? I can't tell if you're telling me that you're like cooking a meal or if you're like, let me cook. All right, we got Tyler at 115, 300.01. We've got John at 115, 222, 45. You guys should totally join the Discord so we can all chat after the stream. 115, 212.20. It's a fun time, I promise. Flexo. We've got, you know, one of my favorite things that's happened so far is that poor guy that thought that you actually had to KYC to do the daily close contest. JShear 2.0. Because I said that as a joke with 115, 200. He's like, you should tell people that they have to KYC. And I was like, that was a joke. And he was like, really? Felt so bad. I think he won that day, though. 115, 123.45. He only participated a couple of times, and then I think he disappeared. Oh, what did I just do? Hello? Bitcoin is flatlining. That's kind of trippy. How did you know, Flexa? Is Flexa the guy that opened the short? Get him. I like the idea that like people make money, so that we're just like, F that guy. Like, everyone's like, this guy opened a short, and people are like, how did he know? Son of a bitch. All right, time stocks go 115.080. And last but not least, Justin, 114.505 and 69 cents. Is that correct? Let me just double check, make sure that that's correct. That is correct. Interesting. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining on the clock. Let me read the chat. Flexa said, do you ever play Conquerors? Put Chestnut on string and take turns hitting each other nuts? First one to break off the string wins. I did not, actually. We used to play Nutball. Nutball was fun. Conquerors, though, to me, is Conquerors Bad Fur Day, which I actually have a copy right above me in the cabinet for the N64. One of the greatest games of all time. Came out in 2001, actually. Tyler said I almost missed it. Flexa said maybe it's a UK thing. Find the biggest, strongest nuts. We do have black walnut trees at my farm, which is hilarious. Tyler said I wanted to change to 115 if you got it in. You made your change after, though. After time was up. Actually cooking. Giovanni said that was hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm always hilarious. There's no context, so I'm just going to assume you're talking about this entire stream. Flexa said I think I remember him. I don't short in a bull market. Oh, that's in reference to me shorting with the whale. Are we in a bull market? Are we in a bull market? That is the ultimate question, isn't it? Let's do a poll. This is a stupid poll. Do you think we're actually in a bull market? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is currently $150.10. Giovanni Fontes currently holding the lead. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. 51 seconds remaining on the clock. What's it going to be? Volume. We do have a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher on the 1 minute time frame, and the momentum have just crossed bullish. 115, 150 and 10 cents. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Giovanni said, I mean, from all-time lows, most things are up pretty high, no? No. Not really. Altcoins are up maybe like 50, 100%, which is nothing. That's trash. We're all spoiled from last bull market. 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin remains at 115, 150 and 10 cents. Is it going to close at 115, 150 and 15 cents? That would be pretty hilarious. Here it goes, 115, 159.99. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of today's daily close contest, Giovanni Fontes, with a Bitcoin daily close price of 115, 166 even. I repeat, 115, 166 even. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Very cool. We got some 115, 123.45. Very nice. Go to the 4-hour time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. The bananas in the chat require spamming. Justin, Giovanni, somebody, and somebody. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, on your victory. Bitcoin Closing the 4-hour, red. Closing the daily, green. But indecisive and possibly a reversal candle. The wick to the downside is bigger than the wick to the upside, but there are wicks on both sides, which does indicate a reversal. A little bit of indecisiveness. We do have a bullish hammer candle right here, which is interesting. I think that's maybe that's the opposite, actually. That might be a gravestone doji or some crap. I don't know. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your victory. I see 0 bananas in the chat. What the hell is going on over there? Mr. Giovanni Fontes. Yay! Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Very cool. Let me add you to the winner's Google Doc. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of a 115, 123, and 45 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 115, 166 even on October 13th, 2025, Mr. Giovanni Fontes' prize is a Sonic footlong coney. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your victory. Feel free to slice this bad boy up, or you can just rip it with your hands and divvy it up amongst your co-stars, your friends, your family, your fellow competitors, your siblings, specifically your favorite child. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. Flexus said, and a plum ad. F the mobile app, JJ. I'm paying your wages here. These ads, bro. $2 a year, well earned. Is there a lot of them? Fahid said that there wasn't a lot. One guy said there's so many ads, and Fahid said that there wasn't that many. Let me know if there are, because I can actually change the frequency of ads. Tyler said not a foot long. Damn, I'm losing my touch. Yeah, you lost the foot long, Tyler. You almost won yesterday too. I think yesterday, this was the prize yesterday, but nobody won. So it is technically a day old foot long. Like I said, I've had six foot longs or 6 ads. All right, I'll turn the frequency down. I'm gonna turn it down to low. All right, I got you. Adam Salem said today was a good day. Yes, it was. I agree. We got through all of our charts, so, and it's looking a little green after that close, which is interesting, considering the fact that I opened a goddamn short. I told you guys I'm bad at shorting. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave my short open. Tom Selk-Scott said YouTube Premium is my best investment. I actually pay for YouTube Premium as well, and it started pre-presidential election because of all of the insane they're like, everyone's a predator. And I'm like, I don't care. And it's non-stop, the same one over and over again. If they paid for a variety of like ads, like Mint Mobile, I don't mind the Mint Mobile ad. I don't want to punch Ryan Reynolds in the face. And he has a very punchable face, let's be honest. He kind of looks like a guy that you'd want to punch. But I don't want to punch him. There's a variety of ads. They're fun, whatever. The political ads are the same ones over and over again. And I swear they hire the same people to do the voices for both sides, so it's just nonstop. You're just being subject to like political torture. And YouTube Premium was like, would you like to try this for free? And I was like, yes, please. And I signed up and I just started paying for it after that. I was like, this is brilliant. This is amazing. I'm staying, like, paying for this for forever. I'm just going to pay for it for forever. Anyways, congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. Enjoy your foot-long coney from Sonic. Let's get to some news articles, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Adam Salem said, look where Swee is at. What's Swee doing? Swee is at $2.99. Yeah, getting above $3 is going to be a big deal for Swee. And then, obviously, this purple trend line. We'll keep an eye on it. This is a big point of contention, though. And Bitcoin is trying to decide if it wants to cooperate. All right, news articles. We got Altcoin Gordon. I can't believe whales are running the 2020 playbook again. Forcing everyone to sell before the Altcoin ETF approvals is diabolical. Who's being forced to sell? The weenies? Probably the weenies. I'm not going to lie. My favorite? Oh, well, I guess it's not my favorite. The irony of this whole thing is everyone's like, I lost so much money. I've lost, during this dump, $0. Do you want to know why? Because I didn't sell. I didn't sell any of my positions. I've lost $0. Zero. No money has been lost. It's that easy. All you have to do is not sell your positions. Okay, I'm going to close this poll. I'm going to end this poll. 100% of you guys, all 9 of you decided, yes, we are actually in a bull market. I disagree. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. just contrarian for the sake of having a different point of view. Okay, we got 2020 exponential dump episode, 2025 same thing. Is this the full moon chart? Because that is what that looks like. We'll have to see. We do have a new moon, I believe, coming up on the 21st, which is supposed to be bullish, so we might actually pump until then, if that is to be believed. Flexa said, imagine someone said no. I was hoping at least one person would have said no. Tyler's begging me to go check Discord. I muted it because I got a DM earlier. Tyler sent me a picture of his penis. I'm just kidding. That looks delicious, Tyler. Is that... Oh, I thought that was French toast. Okay, it looks slightly less delicious than I initially thought, but it looks delicious nonetheless. All right, not his penis. There's a different picture. Watcher Guru posted gold reaching a new all-time high. I love that they're starting to measure in $75 increments now, and it actually went to 4,100. So this was just premature celebration. Gold reaches a new all-time high of 4,075. I wish they would report every single dollar higher. Like, as soon as it got to 4,076, they should have made a post, and they should just keep doing that. That would be freaking hilarious. Peter Schiff's whole feed is probably that. Gold reporting a new all-time high every dollar. He's probably like, oh, scrolling, laughing like an idiot. Treasury Secretary Bessent says government shutdown is starting to affect the economy. It's not starting to affect my economy, so you can keep it shut down. Sorry. Michael Saylor's strategy buys 220 Bitcoin worth $27.2 million. I love that Michael Saylor can just print money straight directly out of his butthole. Gold reaching, there you go, new all-time high of $4,100. So they went $75 increment, and then they went $25 increment. Tyler said penis shaped. It could have been better. You got to work on that. Lexa said it's just big enough to put your initials on it. Flight Fan said, when's the next Fed rate cut date? Apparently the end of the month. Even though the last one was in the middle, shouldn't they be like months apart instead of like a month and like a month and a half? Apparently it's October 29th. $1.7 trillion Citibank to launch crypto custody services in 2026. Very cool. Marty Party posting, U.S. stock extends gain, NASDAQ up 2%. China Renaissance Bank is in talks to raise $600 million for a vehicle that would invest in BNB, with YZI Labs joining. Very cool. Barron Trump to be head of the board of directors of TikTok. I would not want anything to do with that. More Binance drama. The claim function for Asterdex, everybody's Lord and Savior, Asturd, Stage 2 Genesis airdrop was disabled just minutes after going live today, October 13th, 2025, I thought that said spanking, sparking widespread discussion and some frustration in the crypto community. This appears to stem from a scheduling mismatch rather than a pure technical glitch, though the rapid shutdown has fueled speculation about operational mishaps. How about corruption and just lying? How about that? It's a DEX that came out of nowhere that exploded. It's probably being handled by like a couple of college kids. Let's be honest. Flexa said, LOL, he flavor of the month ass turd. Dude, okay, I'm assuming you meant to say the flavor of the month because your T key is effed up. I'm starting to catch on. We're starting to figure things out. I need a sticky note that says, remember Flex's T's. I'm enjoying the Aster thing because I'm watching it unfold live on X. There are so many people from all like, I'm very multi-chain. I'm a Cardano maxi at heart, but I'm diversified in every single chain that there is. Not equally, but that is what it is. What are you gonna do about it? I play with all of them, and there's people that are like, I converted all of my assets over to this one thing, and I'm like, what the, why? It's so crazy to me. It blows my mind this late in the game to pivot your bag, even early in the game to pivot your bag. Why would you move a whole bag of anything? If you want to build a bag of that, build a bag of it. If you're like, oh, well, maybe I'm overexposed to this. Why would you sell the whole thing? Take a portion, take even 50%'s fine. But like, people are taking their whole bag and moving it over. Blows my mind. That is how you fumble bags. Then the thing that you moved out of is going to explode. Your dumbass is only going to have 5% left, and you're going to be like, the market maker only pumps stuff after I sell it. That's not true. You're not that important. You just suck ass. Stop sucking ass. You're not supposed to suck ass. Don't be an ass sucker. Anyways. Marty Party also posting. Oh yeah, I made a post the other day about Friday. And I'm not trying to undermine it. It was a serious situation. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But the same actors on X, the same KOLs that insist, they're like, you're not supposed to cry. No crying in the casino. Were, oh my God, were they crying? It was crazy. So, I'm going to say it. There's no crying in the casino, guys. Don't be a bitch. Next. Marty Party posting, people, due to the generic ETF listing guidelines, we are no longer waiting on the SEC for SOL and XRP ETF approvals of the 19B rule change requests. Basically, we're waiting for the government shutdown to end, and then we'll be good. More Binance drama. Hyperliquid X founder Jeff Yan calls out centralized exchanges on liquidation underreporting. Yan, often just Jeff in the community, dropped a bombshell thread on X today accusing centralized exchanges like Binance of massively underreporting liquidation data, potentially by up to 100x during volatile bursts. This comes hot on the heels of Friday's brutal market crash, which wiped out nearly 20 billion in positions across the industry, hitting over 1.6 million traders. Hyperliquid itself handled the lion's share at 10.3 billion in liquidations. But Yan argues their fully on-chain model reveals the true scale. Unlike centralized exchange black boxes, he didn't pull punches on CZ's Binance or on CZ, Binance's ex-CEO, either, tying into ongoing beef over market share grabs, wash trading allegations, and fake volume metrics. Below, I'll unpack the claims. Blah 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 blah. Cool. Okay. The core accusation, underreporting liquidation by 100x. Yan's post highlights a technical quirk in Binance's liquidation order snapshot stream API. It only pushes one liquidation snapshot per second, even if thousands hit simultaneously. During high volatility events like Friday's flash crash, liquidations cascade in bursts, so this rate limiting could mask 100x the actual volume, painting a falsely rosy picture of market health and risk exposure. It seems like reaching to me. CME Group's SOL and XRP options launch. Institutional crypto goes mainstream. Today, Chicago Mercantile Exchange Group, the world's largest derivatives exchange, has officially launched CFTC-regulated options contracts on Solana and XRP futures. This marks a major expansion of regulated crypto derivatives beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, providing institutions with sophisticated hedging tools amid surging demand for altcoin exposure. The launch follows strong performance in the underlying futures. Solana has seen over 540,000 contracts traded, while XRP futures hit 370,000 contracts, with record open interest exceeding $1 billion sold in August. Trading is live on CME Globex with 24/7 access for futures and options. That's freaking awesome. Flexa said, yep. Tyler said, I'll suck my wife's ass. Cool. Flexa said, trying to get polio. Tom Selkscoat said, I cry in the casino bathroom. J Shear 2.0 is laughing. And Flexa said, Jordan shags birds in casino bathrooms. What? Were you around for that? No, I thought he was afraid of birds. I don't remember that one. Stablecoin mint 5 minutes ago. This was 3 hours ago. Tether issued another $1 billion, which is actually insane. What if gold is pumping for all of these stablecoins to have, like, what if they're all buying up a crazy amount of gold to mint stablecoins? Because $1 billion is a lot of money. Citibank, the multinational investment bank with approximately $1.7 trillion in assets under management, is targeting a 2026 rollout for its dedicated crypto custody services. This move positions Citi among the wave of traditional Wall Street institutions expanding into digital assets, driven by evolving U.S. regulations like rescission of the SEC's SAB 121 rule and pro-crypto policies under the current administration. Let's freaking go. Okay, Kobe SE letter. This is where we get into the juicy stuff for the day. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent says 100% tariffs on China doesn't have to happen, and the U.S.-China relationship is good. We are now on step number 8 of our tariff trading playbook. Are you following our plan? We literally read this yesterday. It is actually a brilliant post. Highly recommend you go check it out. They go through everything step by step, and it has happened all the way up till 8. Let me start at 5. On Saturday, our target of the new tariff typically responds or comments. On Sunday, before futures open, Trump posted an announcement saying he's working on a solution, which literally happened yesterday. 7, futures open on sharply higher Sunday, 6 p.m. That happened as well. 8, after Monday's open, Treasury Secretary Bessent appears on live TV and reassures investors. That just happened. Number 9, over the next 2 to 4 weeks, various members of the Trump administration tease a trade deal. 10, Trump announces a new trade deal and the stock market hits a record high. 11, repeat from step 1. So we got 2 to 4 weeks, various members of the Trump admin tease a new trade deal, and then Trump announcing a trade deal. So it's going to be pretty sick. Slags? What does slags mean? I don't know what that means. It's a British word. We call them whores. Oh, man. Okay. It now takes 6 NVIDIAs to buy gold's market cap. Gold has added an average of $833 billion per month for 12 straight months. Never in history has any asset done anything remotely near this before. That is actually crazy. We got U.S. job market leading indicator still deteriorating. The gap between Americans saying jobs are plentiful and hard to get fell to 7.8% in September, the lowest since 2021. This is the weakest reading in 8 years outside the 2020 pandemic spike. Historically, this measure been a leading indicator of unemployment, suggesting higher jobless claims ahead. According to Moody's, there is no better predictor of changes in unemployment than this metric. The Fed will have no choice but to continue cutting rates. Let's freaking go. Tyler said, gotta go peeps, like and sub. He's got some dick-shaped grilled cheeses to inhale out of his wife's hands. I love you, Tyler. Take it easy. What is happening in the silver market? This one's getting crazy too. Silver lease rates. The cost to borrow London silver overnight has spiked above 100% annualized, hitting an all-time high. This even surpasses the surge seen during the 1980s silver short squeeze when price reached $52.50 an ounce. Okay, I lied, I guess, about silver being higher or never being this high. What do we got next? At the same time, the 1-month lease rate jumped to a 35% annualized rate, the highest in at least 5 years. The squeeze has been driven by increased investor purchases, a sharply reduced supply of bars available to trade, and a sudden spike in demand from India. Meanwhile, benchmark London silver prices have surged to a record $3 premium over New York futures as market liquidity has almost entirely dried up. As a result, investors are booking cargo flights to ship 15 to 30 million ounces of silver from New York to London to profit from record premiums. This rush for silver is unprecedented. Number go up. Cointelegraph posted CoinGlass released the top 10 crypto liquidations with the recent October 10th crash ranking first. Were you caught in the sell-off or did you buy the dip? Stay safe. Numero uno, U.S. tariff hike on China, $19.16 billion, 10/10/2025. Just before that, 4/18/2021. Literally, my daughter's birthday was the top of the market, by the way. Like, no joke. And I was busy being a father. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I didn't have a chance. There was no chance I was ever going to catch that. So, pretty crazy. Next, we got Bitmine Immersion now holds over 3.03 million ETH after adding 202,000 Ethereum. Pretty crazy. CME Group launched CFTC regulated Solana and XRP options with trading now live. Very cool. Prediction platform Kalshi, a Polymarket rival, has announced an integration with Pith Network. Cool, cool, cool. Q3 earnings season kicks off this week, Tuesday, October. So tomorrow we got JP Morgan Chase, Ericsson, Wells Fargo, Domino's, BlackRock, Hancock Whitney, Citigroup, Albertsons, Johnson & Johnson, Goldman Sachs, and America, what is that, Movla? Cool. And then you guys can read the rest for yourselves. I'm sure you guys are more than capable of reading. Go check it out. If you haven't seen it, it is on Cointelegraph, posted at 2 p.m. today. Yeah. Okay. Next, we got Kalshi now predicts a record-long U.S. government shutdown as negotiations in Wall Street stall. I think just betting against this exact 35.1 days is... Can you do that? Can you just say, no, it's not going to be 35.1 days? Or do you have to say it'll be longer or shorter? Next, we got markets pricing in a 98.3% chance of a Fed rate cut to 3.75 to 4% at the October 29th meeting. I don't know why it's the 29th. Am I crazy? Was the last one not the middle of September? Why would it be the end of October? Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Ugh. All right, retail traders sent $1.359 billion to Binance on October 11th, one of the largest spikes of the year, as panic followed Trump's 100% tariff announcement on the Chinese imports. That is literally people moving their assets to a centralized exchange to sell. And they probably sold the Pico bottom because you get emotional when stuff is volatile and you end up being a weenie, a little square. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, once again on your victory. Enjoy your foot-long Coney dog. Lexa said, now it would be cool to go to the bookmakers and say, what odds will give me that none of what you're posting happens, right? Because they usually don't do, and it's a freaking scam. But nah, you never get odds. I think you can make your own on Bodega. I could be wrong though. I think if you do, you have to hold a certain amount of the coin, and it might not be worth the amount of money that you have to spend, but worth looking into. Stock Money Lizards posted Bitcoin is forming a perfect bullish megaphone pattern. The fact that all this craziness took place over the weekend with Fear's first DJT post and resolution of Fear second DJT post makes one suspect it was always about grabbing liquidity. I've attached second post, the liquidation heat map. Look how clean this wick cut through all the downside liquidity. Anyhow, the outlook towards the end of the year is and remains bullish. I agree. Yeah, even if we get this he's calling for a spike down as well, a second spike down as well. That makes me feel more comfortable. My prediction. I thought I was being a little pessimistic. Pretty cool. Thailand officially implementing 0% capital gains tax on Bitcoin and crypto. Hell yeah. I believe Jack Dorsey is the one who called, or was it Cynthia Loomis? I think it was Jack Dorsey. Called for no taxes on small Bitcoin transactions. Stock Money Lizards posted Friday's mass liquidation wiped out traders across Bitcoin and altcoins. Prices bounced, portfolios didn't. These flushes are part of the game. Here are the mistakes most of you made and how to fix them before the next one hits. I'm going to read this whole thread because it's a good one. Mistake 1. Buying the top, selling the bottom. Most retail investors do one of three things during pumps. Buy the breakout at resistance, thinking alt season is here. Believe me, I've felt it myself and made these mistakes in previous cycles. Sell right at support. OMG, we're entering a bear market, or worse. Buy with leverage, then get liquidated. The result, you're buying tops and selling fear. Fix. Identify where smart money is taking profits, not where retail is getting excited. Wait for liquidity sweeps near support and scale in there, not at the euphoria peak. Following this logic, the current drop, if you were lucky, the wick, would have been a good idea. Alt season is here. I'm not buying the top. I'm buying the breakout. And then bam. Mistake 2, just 2x or 3x leverage isn't safe. I'm buying this dip with leverage, just 2x or 3x. What could possibly go wrong? A 33% move against you wipes the position. With cross margin, it can wipe your whole portfolio. Leverage turns a correction or 2-minute wick into a full liquidation event. Fix, again, buy dips spot, not margin. Or use automated entries, RSI drawdown bots that scale in without risk of liquidation. Scale in, buy dips in smaller portions, split 4K USD, example, into 4 price levels. 1, the dip, 2.5% lower, 3.5% lower, 10% lower. Scale out again, see next post. Buy dips. Buying dips is a good idea, but leverage makes it deadly when volatility spikes again. We read that post about that guy dollar cost averaging for 6 years, and his entire portfolio got wiped out because he moved into leverage like 2 years ago for some crazy reason. I'm buying this dip with leverage, just 2x or 3x. Mistake number 3, holding forever because this one will 1000x. If this one does 1000x, I can retire. Even if you nail the bottom or time great entries, most traders never sell. The word bag itself creates false expectations, and you start believing you're holding the ticket to generational wealth. Reality, markets move in cycles. What goes up 10x will retrace 70 to 90% before the next run. Fix, scale in when fear is extreme, like 3 to 4 entries. Scale out when hype returns, 3 to 4 staggered exit points. Repeat for 2 to 3 years and you'll build a good fortune. If this does 1000x, I can retire. Mistake number 4, I don't have time. It has to happen now. This is the biggest one that I've seen. This mindset quietly kills most retail investors. When you feel urgency, you end up doing all previously mentioned mistakes at once. Buying the top, FOMO, using leverage to speed things up, holding forever, hoping for 1000x. Why? Because you're trying to compress a multi-year market cycle into a few weeks. Fix, accept that wealth in markets is earned through time and cycles, not timing one perfect entry. Trade like you have all the time in the world, because that's when you finally stop forcing bad trades. That was my biggest lesson, is not forcing trades. I don't have time. It has to happen now. Aspiration, recommended timeline. You do gotta just be patient. And I'm not a patient person, so that was a really hard one for me to learn, but that is the bottom foundation of what you need to build your entire thesis upon. Final remarks. The market doesn't reward speed, but instead it rewards patience, preparation, and survival. Avoid these 4 mistakes and you'll still be standing when the next wipeout happens, and you may even benefit a lot from these short-term swings. Save this thread for next time, and this time is different moment. Note, this is my own opinion and not financial advice. It's for educational purposes only, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to say the same thing. Next, we got altcoin season 2021 versus 2025. Hell yeah. It's literally what we're looking at right now. This one cracks me up every time I see it, dude. I freaking die laughing at this. I don't know how the hell this happened or who made these stairs, but this is the funniest shit ever. That poor guy fell, and then this guy just tumbles all the way down. That's literally what happened. Oh god, I gotta repost that. That's such a good one. And then this one, I just saw this just before I went live. It surprised me. Women now make up 48% of gamers per the ESA. Nearly equal gender split. 48% of women, 51% men. Hell yeah. Find yourself a gamer girl. They're out there. Trust me, I got one. All right. Bitcoin 115, 221, and 90 cents. We are chilling. Portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $175 at the moment. We got one asset still in the green and the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down $52. Aptos is down $36. Shib is down $28. Proppy is down $24. Render is down $18. Ondo is down $17. Near is down $13. Doge is down $12. ADA is down $6. And Sol is up $25. Not that bad, actually. Memecoin portfolio, on the other hand, is down $255. We've got 0 assets in the green. All of them are in the red. Starting at the bottom, GigaChat is down $127. SNEK is down $39. Pepe is down $35. Whip is down $19. And Doge is down $17. Then we got our narrative portfolio. Once upon a time, the most stable. It is back in profits, up $3.34. Let's freaking go. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 gaming coin, and 1 real asset coin, and it is absolutely killing it. Currently, there are only 2 assets in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down $38 and VeChain is down $27. Mana's up 2, Pep is up 12, and Tau is up 51. Tau carrying the entire portfolio, shredding to the upside. WF Capital said Zebek. Let's go take a look. What's going on, Reese? Me and Liz were just talking about getting back into DayZ. You gonna join us? I think Drew stepped in here the other day too. He said he'd be down. Oh, that is definitely not the right thing. Oh, ZBCN. Duh. That's embarrassing. ZBCN USDT. Okay, let's go. OKX. Ooh. Okay. So the wick went down to 2654. It is currently sitting at 43052. You've recovered, let's see, about 50%, maybe 40% of the candles, it seems. Yeah, you went down 26. You're currently down 15. So 40-50%. You got above 4163. Next stop is 5. Actually looks decent. You got resistance, support, little fake out, midpoint support, break. Can you get above 46 is going to be your next midpoint point of contention. Getting above that and then breaking above 5. All right, what's in play? Alexa said she tried to steal my... Okay, I missed some context. Hold on. They call for spike down because wicks are imbalances that need to be rectified, so-called. It's rare that they don't go back to those zones, though, for real. But that could be a trap. Oof. I had one in New York. She ended up being a nut job. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't think that every gamer chick is a nut job. There's probably a good percentage of all women that are nut jobs. You gotta find one where you tolerate that specific nut job. Some of them are crazy, like I don't even know. Some of them will run you over with their car. Some of them will just punch you in the shoulder. You got to find probably the one that'll punch you in the shoulder. Unless you're into getting ran over by the car. Some people are. Zebek been paying huge. Very nice. All right. Bitcoin, 115, 341 to 49 cents. We got our last portfolio update. The perfect entry portfolio. Which, again, right now would be the perfect entry. I'm a little bit bummed. But it is what it is. We've got 4 assets in the green. The rest are in the red. This portfolio was voted on entirely by you guys, the community. You guys killed it. Let's see. We are down $29. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche is down $31. Render is down $26. The Graph is down $19. Pith is down $15. Ondo's down 7. Squeeze down 6. ETH is up 9. Crow is up 11. Sol is up 16. And Chainlink is up 32. Chainlink's still carrying the entire portfolio. Let's see if this bad boy can get back in the green like the narrative portfolio. I'm very, very happy, very impressed with the narrative portfolio. Was not expecting it to get back in profit that fast. Bitcoin's still chilling. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, once again on your victory. Enjoy your footlong coney dog. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Everything's pretty chill. I'm surprised MicroStrategy's doing good. I don't know why that surprised me. I feel like the stock has been trashed lately, so maybe that's why. We mentioned Applied Digital the other day, or we've been mentioning it. This is one of the few that I actually had conviction in. I have doubled my money on it. I think I'm up 130, 140%, which blows my mind. I normally fumble stocks. So Applied Digital, they take care of data centers, which are very much needed for all this AI crap. And then Plug actually does, I think, small hydrogen reactors or something like that. It's hydrogen power. And I just took a total gamble. I was like, maybe they're going to need this for all of this infrastructure. And it's starting to blow up. So something tells me that there's something going on. The volume looks pretty good. But I mean, the entire stock market's doing good, so honestly, it's not that much of a brag being like, I picked stocks that did good, because every stock is doing good. So I don't know. I figured I'd bring those two up because they're interesting to me. I also got some. Let me actually just pull up my Robinhood. We can bounce some ideas off each other. If you guys are interested, there's a Discord linked in the description. It's completely free. The stock channel in that Discord is actually a great place for stock market advice. I bought some SMR as well. New scale power. And this is doing pretty good. It's up 17% on the day. What else do we got? I have Kodak. It's doing like really bad. I have the stupid Krispy Kreme is doing really bad. AMD is doing amazing. Flexa called that one before they like doubled. I have some Viking Therapeutics. I think I'm barely up on Viking Therapeutics. Let me see. I'm up 4.6%. Big whoop. We're getting spoiled with our returns on our stocks. I have some Mattel, and that's it. My Mattel is up. Oh, I'm sorry. My Mattel is down 15%. I bought Mattel thinking everybody likes to gamble because the casinos added Uno into like all of their games. Like Mattel put Uno in casinos. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be crazy. But how much does it cost to print Uno cards, and how much are they making? It's done very bad since then. People don't care for board games, I guess. They also, I guess, make Barbies, so maybe that's... Flexa said, got Undertaker on COD Mobile. Going chilling later, guys. Take it easy, Flexa. Reese said, I built a dividend world port. I'll share with you later. Nice. It's been doing absolutely insane. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, the stocks, honestly, stocks have been outperforming the crypto market for sure. So I'm definitely interested in expanding our stock market talk, and the stock channel in the Discord really is like a great place. It's with crypto, you get the same buzzwords. Everyone's doing the same thing, and it's cool and it's fun, and I enjoy it. You know, I'm never gonna diss crypto. It's always probably gonna be my home, but the stock market, you can research these companies in depth, and they're actually like putting out products and like making a profit and stuff like that. So it's just, it feels like there's more meat to it. Crypto is digital, and stocks are more physical than crypto is because there's an actual company behind it. So it's just, I don't know, it feels different. It's a different feeling for sure. So anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna call it as well. Bitcoin chilling at 115, 265 and 55 cents. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Monday. Smash the like button on your way out, and good night.